Hey everyone, welcome back to Retro Magazines and Patterns. My name is Sophie, and today I have this magic crochet from June of 1989. So I picked this one because I thought it had some really fun things on the cover, and I wanted to see exactly what they meant by turtle dove. So let's take a look in here and see what they have. Okay, so the first thing that I notice is this really pretty plaid afghan, so I'll be excited to take a look at that. It does also mention some silk painting, so I'm interested to see exactly what that is. So first it looks like we have a large table mat or doily called Wishing on a Star. And this is pretty. It has this like country quilt star in the middle with like a floral design. And I like this edging a lot. I think that's really pretty. So the diagram is right here. And then we have the floral diagram and it gives you how to put it all together there. And then on this page, it is giving you a little bit of the crochet basics or like a stitch guide. So it's telling you how to read the diagrams, gauging, and then here are the stitches. And I know I say this in every issue, but if you find yourself working a vintage crochet pattern from one of these magazines, it's always good to have this somewhere just in case you have trouble with a stitch. Their definition may be different from what we're used to today. Here we have the tea time tablecloth, and that is such a cute picture. I love this little tea set up here. It's the blue and white check with the red cherries, and this is such a nice little table mat that looks delicate and pretty. It's got all those tea time vibes, but it also looks pretty sturdy too. So it doesn't look like you'd be so afraid to use that. It does say that this is filet crochet as well. So here we have filet crochet pillow tops. They did say, I think on the cover, let's see here, more zodiac signs. So I think they must have been doing a series on these. So these are the ones in this issue, Sagittarius and Gemini, Aquarius and Scorpio, and that Scorpio is very cool. Oh, and I didn't notice, but they do have the name right there as well. Okay, so here is a pretty doily called Round of Dahlias, and that's lovely. And I like this like glass of limoncello over there. The picture is really pretty. It really shows it off nicely. That's very delicate, a lot of open work there. Oh, and I like the pretty pink on this one, the Butterfly Quartet. So if you look carefully, you'll see the little butterflies in the image. But then here is the diagram, so you can see them in there. That's very pretty. And I like the color that they chose as well. It's nice to see it sometimes not always all in white. So we have some more filet crochet. Here's a nice little panel. It's called Stalwart Stags. That could be a nice chair back as well. That's really nice. I like this horse and carriage. That's very Cinderella, old world charm, it says. I like that. And then we have a classic peacock twosome. And how cool are their tails? It kind of has like a cane look in there. Those are really pretty. That's a nice little mat. That would definitely get you some compliments, I think. Oh, this is lovely. I actually thought this was purple. I think this is white, and then the photography makes it look a little lilac, but this would be pretty in lilac. And this is lovely. I like this kind of like really loosey-goosey open middle, but with this more structured, I guess, uh, border, if it's a lot for a border, but border. So that's very pretty. Oh, two swans swimming. It actually looks a bit more like a swan here than it does here. I thought that was like a cat cleaning itself right there. But you have the one swan there. You could always, I guess, transpose it and just do two swans if you wanted, or two cats cleaning themselves. This is the turtle dove and bower. And isn't that lovely? That would be beautiful to hang in a window, especially if you had like a maybe like a bay window or like a three-paneled window and you wanted to put that in the center. That's really lovely. That'd be beautiful in a Victorian home. So many beautiful windows in a Victorian home. And here is a nice little oval mat with the butterfly there. I like that one a lot. I like this scroll here. Gives it a heart there when you have it all worked up together. So here is the commode runner. So I guess that's for the top of the toilet. They don't show it like as such, but these are neat. I like these filet crochet playing card pieces, coasters, I suppose. Those are nice though. I like the edging in the suits there. Here is it's called the Grand Prix bedspread, which looks to be just large squares worked up and then joined. So they used like a contrasting color there. So you can do a lot with that as far as color is concerned. But even just the design on its own is really pretty. It actually looks close enough. It looks like it may be tacked onto a full bedspread. I'm not sure, a full crochet bedspread. So you can see some of the color coming from behind. The amaryllis tablecloth. Now this is very beautiful. I'm really liking these like open cane work kind of stitches there. Oh, here we have night owls. That's a really pretty filet crochet panel as well. If you are an owl person, so cute. That would look great in any home. I really want to make one of these filet crochet panels for a window somewhere in my home. I just think they're really unique and pretty, but they look so vintage and they just really add something to a space, I think. So here is holiday occasion. So this looks like it's not a fleur-de-lis, but it kind of has floral a little bit there. That's a pretty. That's so. This is actually color work. This I think it's a little confusing because you can see there's like red tablecloth here. This is not behind it. This is actually filled in this rose color, and then you have the white crochet there with the insertion of like the lace work there. So that's very beautiful. Color work, I'm going to say this, color work anemones. That is fun to say. So we have some pretty like I don't know what are those like not hyacinth, pretty flowers. Hibiscus, that's what I was looking for. Look how pretty that is. That is so bright. That is very pretty. Um mm, Prettier than I was expecting, honestly. I didn't expect such bright colors. I like that. Here we have a nice proud eagle filet crochet panel. And I need to find myself some of these brass poles with the little clips on them. That's such a fun way to like hang it and design. You can change them up real easy. Tulip special. This is actually a very pretty doily. I like this. I like this a lot. I think this would probably work up really easily and fun. I might have to add this one to my list because I have been wanting to try making some more doilies, and that's actually a very beautiful one. I like that. This one's really lovely too, clockwork white. So you have just all these nice little open like circles and things like that. So that's a pretty piece. Oh, neat. Ducky candy dish. I love this. That is really cool. I now I want to make this. Not that I have a lot of candy dishes, but I mean a trinket dish for just about anything, right? He is really neat. I like him. I don't know that it tells you on these what level of crochet it is. Like, like difficult or intermediate. But something tells me that that's not quite as difficult as it appears. And I do like the addition of the little satin ribbons there, obviously. Here we have a ruffled, oh, wait, I skipped. Here we have a tea party cozy. And look at that. That's darling, isn't it? That looks like a beautiful garden party teapot cozy. That's really pretty. I like that. I'm glad I didn't skip it. Okay, here is the ruffled doily, and just look at the size of those ruffles. Lovely. That is pretty. You've got this simple open middle and then just this really fun ruffled edge, almost like you're just making this to kind of set something on that because this doesn't matter as much as this does, and I love that. And again, think in colors. What could you do with that? Just about anything. So this is the give and take doily mat. Lots of little floral motifs in there. And they have the little picot edging, which gives it just a little something extra, I think. Oh, I love the yellow two-tone square. So just a simple square doily mat with a little bit of color work just to give it some extra interest. This is the elegantine table throw, and that is lovely. Look at that. Here, let me hold that up a little bit so you can take a look at those squares a little closer. That is really beautiful. I really like that. Even just to, make just a couple of those as like, I don't know, a placemat or a window panel. Those are beautiful, really beautiful. Here is the harmony in blue, and the stitch definition in this blue is just beautiful. That's a really pretty piece, but those colors just look so nice together. The high art bedspread, and here are all the diagrams for that. And there's the full color photo of that, and that's lovely. Look at that. Look how it drapes so nice and the scalloped edging. And just really nice. Heart of Gold Periwinkle. I know I've been telling you guys how much I'm into peach lately, but periwinkle is a close second for me. I don't know that, I think they're probably referring to the flower, because that's not entirely periwinkle in color, in my opinion. But nonetheless, that's very pretty. I do appreciate the use of some color in some of these doilies. It really kind of makes it pop and makes you take a second look at it. And this one's really pretty. I can imagine making these shells at the top is probably a lot of fun. I like the picots. Here we have the Bruges lace centerpiece, and that's very pretty as well. There's a lot of detail and things like that. I know somebody had mentioned in the comments earlier that they had inherited some um, doilies from their grandmother and that they still have them all. And I thought just how special that was. And that sometimes I think people overlook the beauty of a doily, but there's so many of them, but they're like snowflakes. They're almost always different. And when you pay attention to all those details, that's what makes them so special. So here we have some kitty clothes. We have the baby striped vest, which is adorable. I love that. Look at the little chubby cheeks. And then you have these cute little overalls, so sweet. Those are really cute. Knicker overalls. And then a little baby dress right here with those buttons on the shoulders. Very cute. Here we go. Here is the snug plaid. This one says it measures approximately 47 by 58 inches. So this is a good size throw. But that woven pattern is just so pretty. That's a really beautiful blanket, really. Oh, here we have some doll clothes. A doll named Crystal. And so you have this little vintage doll clothing. That's always fun. I've mentioned that before, but I like to make doll clothes for my girls for like little added gifts with their birthday or Christmas gifts, things like that. Over here, we have this pretty little hexagon square, little granny square motif. They show an image, a rendering here of the bedspread or the mat. They even add it on the edging of the curtains, which is a unique look. I haven't actually seen that. I like that. But these are really pretty. I like the colors that they chose for that. That pink, that light pink is really lovely. Oh, how pretty is that? The lace and picot tank top. So it might be hard to see, but there are little picots, almost like polka dots, on the tank. If you can see them, they run right down in there in between the little like cabled portions. That's a very lovely tank top. The lace and picot tank. Really like that. So they do have the diagram over there. This does say advanced. Okay, so it does tell you on the bottom. Let's see if that ducky dish was that. I probably looked right at it and then didn't even realize. if it was like what it said. I'll have to look later. I like that. I just noticed here too that they're styling it right here for a casual look, wear an oversized shirt tied with a knot. No need to over accessorize. So I like those styling tips there. That's cute. Okay, so this must be the silk painting. Twinkle, twinkle, little stars. It's giving you a little diagram there. And here's some more. That's the bells of the ball. That was on the cover. I didn't recall seeing an image in the book. I'll point it out on the cover if it's not on the back here. The next issue, it looks like there's some more doll clothing. Obviously, some more doilies, bedspreads. That's cute. And little some wearables. Oh, okay, so it is here. So what was that again? I always forget what they call these girls. Bells of the ball. So that is a really cute doily. I like that a lot. I love this little addition of the little crocheted flowers. You could even just do like satin rosettes if you didn't want to crochet all the fiddly little flowers, but very cute, very pretty. That would make such a lovely placemat or serving tray mat for a tea party. But I hope you guys enjoyed this issue of Magic Crochet. I always have fun looking through these because they do have a lot of inspiration for me. I know that they have a lot of doilies, but even just some of the stitches in there or some of the colors that they choose can be really inspiring, at least for me. So if you guys like this, please give it a like and consider subscribing. Let me know in the comments below if you plan on making anything or if, you have made anything in some of these vintage magazines. I'd love to know that as well. And you can share images with me on Instagram. I am at Retro Magazines and Patterns, so I'd love to see them there. But until the next video, I hope you guys have a great day and you make lots of beautiful things. Bye.